The UN vote comes with the backdrop of the Abraham Accords, where the UAE, Bahrain, and Sudan have normalized relations with Israel. Israelis seem quite excited about the new relationship with the UAE and Bahrain, but how do the people in Bahrain feel? Julie Stahl talked with the head of the Bahraini Journalists Association to find out.
Ahdeya Al-Saeed, welcome to Jerusalem Dateline.
Shalom, Julie, and shalom to everyone in the studio and everyone in Jerusalem and the world.
You're joining us from Bahrain today. You're the head of the Bahraini Journalists Association. So what do you think about the Abraham Accords and about your country, Bahrain, joining them?
I can't stop expressing how excited I am. And these agreements, if they reflect anything, they reflect the will of both countries to start a new era of relationships. And so far we have seen the steps taken after the official signing of the agreements. And finally, we can have relations with each other. And this is history in simple words.
Why do you think this was the time for this?
Well, Julie, if we look at Bahrain, we have seen that during the past decade, there have been a lot of steps being taken that have reflected the will of the country, the state, to have relations with Israel. When we officially saw Bahrain's prime minister with Israeli officials, when we saw them shaking hands, when we saw exchange in visits, in economic events, today was the right time to do it. Because why do you have to wait longer when you have established ties and now you can officially announce these ties?
Are most Bahrainis satisfied with this? Are they happy? Are there any that are opposed to this?
When I look at the parliament that represents the people of Bahrain, and there are 40 members, have approved and have been happy about the peace agreement. When I find hundreds of columns written in Bahrain's newspapers supporting the peace agreement, this gives me a feeling that people are happy.
You represent about 600 journalists, I understand, as head of the Bahraini Journalists Association. Some of them have been threatened, I understood, and I just wondered if you could tell us a little bit more about that.
I think these threats have made people feel awkward, not safe. I have been threatened on many occasions on social media.
Wow.
And through Palestinian syndicates, so-called journalist syndicates. Mm-hmm. And this threat continues. A Washington-based newspaper, I don't know run by who, just published an article threatening me again and defaming my image. But that doesn't stop me for one simple reason. If you believe in something, you have to know that there will be a cost to pay. If you want to stand where you are and not say what you believe in, then you cannot contribute to any change. I'm nobody to change this world, but I can have some contribution. So these threats are empty threats, and it will not stop us from what we believe in. It will not stop us from pursuing what we have decided to do. We have decided to be contributors towards peace.
Now, President Trump has been kind of the engine behind these deals. Have you ever met him?
Well, Julie, I was lucky because I did meet President Trump in 1999. I was part of a delegation of more than 20 Arab journalists on a program called the International Visitors Leadership Program. We were one day told that we can go and visit the man who supported this program. And while many decided to go shopping, I thought I don't want to miss any of the programs organized by the State Department. And when we went, we walked into the Trump building, and it was Donald Trump himself. This program had a huge impact on who I became. Because of that program, I got to sit on a table with an American family and celebrate Thanksgiving. It left a huge impact on me. This was 21 years ago. So thanks to men like Donald Trump, these programs were made possible. And I wish the American people would see and appreciate what this man has done. I think that we will continue to see big surprises in the region. He dedicated his term towards the people of the United States on the internal level, but he also dedicated his term to bringing peace in the region. What he succeeded in doing, no other US president has ever succeeded in doing. 2020 will end with 3 peace agreements with Arab countries within a matter of 3 months, and this is a huge achievement. But the American people will have to also realize that whatever President Trump has achieved on the foreign level is going to have a positive impact internally on the people of the United States.
Wow, great. Ahdeya Al-Said, thank you for joining us on Jerusalem Dateline.
Thank you, Julie, for your time. Thank you all for your time.
Alpha,